All right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Samboner Show. Woo! Colin, what is this? I don't know, episode 16, 17. Who's counting? We're having fun. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm Samboner Mick. This is Colin Thompson, as always. We got a big show in our hands here. But before I get into that, opening day, Colin. Opening day, Philadelphia Phillies, Major League Baseball. That's a good feeling, right? The days are getting longer. Baseball is back. I mean, that's just, but then again, it's still 35 degrees here in Philadelphia, and we're grinding, babe. We're grinding.
Yes, we are. It's exciting times, and we're going to get into our location episode here in a little bit. But before we do, we got to talk about the Phillies, man. I mean, it's opening day, fond memories as a kid, going down with your pops or your mom or whatever, your friends, and getting a dog, and your pops got the brew, and you're hanging out, peanuts and the sun. It means the summer's on the way. It's a big deal in the Northeast. It's not so big when you're down south. When I went to the University of Florida, it's just like, baseball, the NFL. There's no seasons. But, man, up in the Northeast, it's the sign of summer's on the way.
That's right, baby. That's right. Man, the good old days. As a matter of fact, my cousin Jason just sent us the stack we have 2 full season ticket plans. One on the left side, one on the right side. We'll be down there at least 15, 20 times this year. Baseball is my number one when it comes to all 4 major sports. Just growing up as a kid, listening to Harry the K, swinging a long drive. Watch that baby out of here. God, you get goosebumps just thinking about it, man. So let's go, baby. April is right around the corner. Baseball is back. It's a beautiful time to be a Samboner. Again, appreciate everybody tuning into the Samboner Show. And as I always say, it's always debut season. So get out there, support a local, drop a Sambone, give it your best shot. Delco, Colin. This is loaded, dude. This is going to be a loaded episode. So we're featuring a different location every month. We did a nice little spotlight on Key West, and round 2 happens to be Delco. Now, is Delco a county? Is Delco a city? Is Delco like practically the Northeast in Philadelphia?
Is it its own state?
Here's one thing for sure. Oftentimes I get a lot of, cheesesteak shop owners, business owners, following the page, getting in on the Samboner action. And all along they, a lot of these guys think I'm from Delco, and I'll take that, all the way. You think I'm from Delco? I'm proud to be from Delco. Unfortunately, Colin and I are not from Delco. I'm not from Delco, but it's just a different breed. It's a different animal of people. They wear it on their sleeve. So I'm happy to at least be considered someone that looks like they're from Delco.
Acts like they're from Delco. I think
I'd move there in a heartbeat.
I think it's the look, but it's also your passion, Mick. Right? Like people from Delco are passionate. Someone's from Delco. They'll tell you about the high school they went to. They're going to tell you about their local cheesesteak spot. We're going to hit on some of them today. We're going to try our best, guys, to hit as many as we can. But they're really, there's just so much to unpack with this county, and because of the people, and they got flags flying. And I've met people from Delco and Key West. I meet people from Delco. I'll never forget it. The guy sitting next to me at Mayor's Tavern in Cape May, and the guy was just pissed off about the mayor of Easttown because Mayor of Easttown didn't show Delco in the light it should be. And I was like, just going postal. My wife was like, what was that? I'm like, he was pissed about the show. So.
Trust me, man. I'm a little nervous just getting into this episode. Like we say one wrong thing here.
I love it. And you know what? Rip our asses, folks.
Oh, man. We've had some really awesome Samboner debuts coming out of Delco. My boy Saburn let one rip from Tiny T Hoagies, man. One of the ultimate Sambones. That dude's got the Delco accent down. We rolled out the Samboner Challenge at a spot in Delco, 320 Mark Cafe, which we'll get into. But, Delco holds a very near and dear spot to the Samboner hood. There's a ton of Samboners running around there. Tons of great spots that, again, we're going to get into just featuring, the Delco brand. Holy shit, man. Delco is a brand. You walk down to the Jersey Shore and every, 15th house has a Delco flag hanging from it. Like that's just unheard of here in America.
Yeah, it's unique. It's almost like state of Texas, very proud state. Got the flag flying, the whole nine, but it's just a county outside of Philadelphia, but not just a county. It's Delco. This is, Mick and I are always thinking, guys, just being transparent. Like, how can we grow the show? How can we showcase what we like? And everyone always asks Mick and I, where do you go eat here? Really, I asked Mick, where do you go eat here? Where do you go eat there? Where's the best cheesesteak? Where's the best sandwich? Where's the best place that, something different, a good brewery? Well, we're about to go through them all for you guys. So this is great for car rides. This is great to send to your friends. The Jersey Shore ones are going to be huge, right? Because you're going to be able to send it. Hey, you're going to Sea Isle? Boom. This is what Mickey said. So this is really the point behind all this and how it started.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, without further ado, right, let's just jump right in. We are the Samboners, and we'll attack the sandwich category right out of the gate, man. And we've actually, just some quick context here, right? We're human. The Samboners are human. There's a million different shops out there. People always text me, dude, like you just said, Colin, you got to hit this place. You got to hit this place. I'm like, get out there and Sambone it, man. There's 500 places in Delaware County. You think I can hit them all? Holy shit. 60 days from the beach. The beach is right around the corner. I got to be, like I said, dude, I got to hit a protein shake here and there.
And shout out to all the Samboners, Mick, that sent places to us. So if you're sitting at home slamming you're driving to work, you're listening to this and you're slamming your steering wheel, they missed this, they missed that. That's on you. We couldn't have marketed this thing anymore and said, hey, send us your recommendations. And people went out of their way to send us some. So my cousins, family, Samboners, shout out to you guys for helping us put this list together, because Mick and I can only go to so many places. The Samboners can only go to so many places. So before we dive into it, Mick's about to hit all the freaking sandwiches.
Samboner Nation, baby.
The best.
Growing strong. So when, it's funny when you ask people like right out of the gate, like, what's the first place that comes to mind? Where is the ultimate, Sambo shop in the Delaware County? And Colin, honestly, if I think I might have polled 100 people, and if I did poll 100 people, 75 of them said Pagano's in Drexel Hill. Just one of those ultimate shops, serving great food, unbelievable staff. Every time you go in there, I'm sure the locals that go in there once a week just go in there, chop it up with the owner, talk sports, talk whatever they want. But Pagano's is likely, and again, all this is subjective, all of this is competitive, the number one sandwich shop in Delco goes to Pagano's. But there's other joints out there, man. There's a lot of good spots out there. Some of them have been Sambone, some of them haven't. Samboner Nation hit Centrella's just recently over in Havertown. Classic local deli. Again, just that ultimate comforting hospitality, great sandwiches, great cutlets, reasonable prices. I think I read somewhere like it's like a little taste of South Philly in the suburbs. So Centrella's is doing it right. The guy at Sambone, that hot roast beef sandwich or that cold roast beef sandwich, it looked unbelievable. I gave it a 9.5 on the eye test. Moving right along, a Cut Above Deli in Newtown Square, dude. A Delco staple, making, again, mouth-watering Italian hoagies, cutlet sandwiches. I think they've been in business over 25 years. Samboner Joe Samboned it. Neary has Samboned it. A lot of people have Samboned a Cut Above Deli. They've been doing it right. What else we got? Phil and Jim's is on my list. Phil and Jim's. Colin, talk about Phil and Jim's. You were there, dude, right? The best hoagie on earth at the Italian and the cheesesteak.
Those guys are great in there, first off. Anyone gives me, shit. Oh, this, that, the rating. It's the full rating of the entire experience.
Right.
They're just good quality people in there. And they're just awesome. And they just so happen to create a ridiculous hoagie. Great cheesesteak. I crushed it on my way up. Right when I was just joining the Samboner show and we were creating this thing, I'm like, I got to hit this place. Where am I going to Delco, Mick? Boom. Phil and Jim's. It's the go-to spot. It's best hoagie on earth, right? Voted. So the place is awesome, man. I absolutely love it there. I love the vibe. It's so Delco, like coming in.
But dude, you put that out there though. Best hoagie on earth. And they got a lot of publicity for that. Hey, kudos to them. It's awesome stuff. But like that's bold, right? You quote your store as the best hoagie on earth. You better bring it. Because
they brought it, and they're after, like, they care, like you could just tell that this is when they're like, what do you want? What do you want? It was like, what can I get you, brother? Like, they didn't know I was a famous Samboner. They just knew I was just some other guy walking in this door, even though the Samboners are celebrities, local celebrities, but that's neither here nor there.
Phil and Jim's, baby. Get out there and Sambone it. Moving right along, we got Township Line Pizza, right? Like Township Line Pizza, lo and behold, Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania, great sandwich shop. Great, dude. They're known for their Nashville hot chicken sandwich. I have not ever had it, but I've had like 5 or 6 people from Samboner Nation say, if you guys ever do a fried chicken month, get to Township Line Pizza and hit that Nashville hot. One hell of a spot right
Well,
there. And
is that a cutlet? Is that a cutlet, Mick? I mean, that's really,
no hot. It's like a big fried chicken sandwich, dude, with like a
but
nice hot sauce on it.
Isn't a
There's a
cutlet?
difference between fried chicken, Nashville hot, and cutlet, Colin.
What if you covered a cutlet in Nashville hot fried chicken sauce?
Well, dude, there's a lot of places out there like, Collegeville Bakery that does the loaded cutlet, or what do you call it? The drunken cutlet. I forget what they call it.
They're great.
Dude, there's so many different variations of Cutlet Month. Cutlet Month is right around the corner, dude. Cutlet Month in April. You know what, dude? This is getting ridiculous. I'm going to die of a heart attack here.
But my thing, Mick, is this. It's the old conversation. Is it a chicken nugget? Is it a boneless wing? To me, it's breaded and deep fried chicken. What's the difference between a chicken sandwich that's deep fried and a cutlet?
Well, you gotta pound your meat, Colin, honestly. And that's what it boils down to. So the cutlet is an absolute art. I mean, and people take it very seriously. It's another very competitive sandwich. And you'll see
Chicken tender.
Chicken tender is more just like a standard deep fried, thick chicken tender, and it's a different cut of the actual chicken. So there's a lot of different variations of chicken sandwiches between just your chicken breast, your chicken tender, and your cutlet, and so forth.
Okay, it's expert knowledge out of the great Mickey.
Not quite the expert. I'm more just a regular Samboner, man, doing his thing.
Samboner.
Roland Deli. We'll touch on Roland Deli. I was told to go to the Roland Deli and get the Godfather. I walked out of there with a turkey hoagie. I wasn't too impressed, but again, I'm told by many people in Samboner Nation, get the Godfather. Enough said. One of the best sandwiches in all of Delco, Roland Deli. Dude, 320 Market Cafe. That's another place that holds a real special place in my heart. Rev Ray and Neary took us there to get the brie and ham sandwich. I walked in there. I'm like, holy shit, dude, what is this place? Is it a sandwich shop? Is it a pizza joint? Is it a bar? And then they have this like world famous pico and chips. Again, like I'm not Delco. I'm doing my best trying to explain this, but I'm in love with Delco, and I'm in love with this place, 320 Market Cafe. We started the Samboner Challenge there. Basically got out there. We were like in our pea coats that day. We looked like a bunch of tool bags, and we're doing Samboner reviews on the streets, but we challenged people to get out there and do a Samboner review, and it worked, right? Each guy challenged 3 different guys, and those 3 guys went out there and dropped their first Sambone. And then from there, those guys challenged 3 other guys, and they dropped their, 2 or 3 challenging Sambones. So that thing went off, and that was a huge like tipping point with Samboners and whether or not we're going to be able to get this thing to grow. And it all started right at 320 Market Cafe.
You guys should have a plaque out front, Mick, like the
no shit, right? Or in the street.
Like a star, like you're walking in the street in LA. Like a hoagie, just going to be like a hoagie, a golden hoagie, like stuck in the ground.
No, we always talked about like getting stickers, and maybe one day we will, like, people like throw them in their window. Like we've been Samboned, something along those lines. Because dude, it's a fun product, man. Everybody seems to like it. It's all just spreading positive vibes and love and, making light to the world. And
right.
We encourage everybody to get on board and support these places and support us and just have fun with it, man. That's all we're trying to do here. Another good friend of ours, the Wilson Secret Sauce Barbecue. Again, dude, I have not been here. Award-winning Upper Darby style barbecue, best in Philly, 2022. This place is apparently. Have you been here? Have you been to this place, dude?
I have not, but my cousin sent it to me, I believe. Shout out to Fran.
I've heard amazing things about this place.
Well, we're gonna have to. I mean, listen, Mick and I. This would be a ridiculous tour, but just chip away. I guess I was going to pull in with a trailer. We can need a camper. You have to camp out at these places. There's so many of them, but we got to hit it up. I'm down. I'm down to pick like 2 or 3 of them. Like we go for breakfast. We go on like some hike. We go to Wilson's Barbecue. We go to happy hour somewhere, and then Sambones and Wings at Sackers or something like that coming up here in a little bit.
Yeah, man. And, like the list just continues to go on, and apologies ahead of time if we don't, if we don't hit them all or we don't mention every single place.
We're 2 Bucks County right now. No, if you don't like it, you comment and you add it. And next year, this is what someone in Delco would say. Next year, when we do the show again, because you're going to have to feature Delco every year, you'll be added to the list.
That's right.
You got to add Delco tough, baby.
Dude, there's a Nick's roast beef in Delco, Springfield.
They're ridiculous.
There might be another one in Westchester, and the original in Northeast Philly just shut down. I'm not exactly sure why.
It did?
But dude, Nick's roast beef,
Best.
some of the best, right? Hot roast beef, horseradish, little Kaiser bun, bada bing, bada boom, cold beer, call it a day.
Love that.
Rochella's Deli is another one. Many locals will claim that this is probably one of the best delis in Delco. I don't believe anybody has ever Samboned it, so I can't speak too much about it. But I've heard some unbelievable things about this place. And again, just like a great little local spot for people to kind of just come in, get a little sandwich for lunch, eat it out of their car.
You gotta love
Mike,
you gotta love the deli though, Mike. Sorry, I knew Mick. The delis.
Mick.
Thank you, Mick. The delis are just the best. Like we're going through these pictures. People are sending us pictures. Like there's just so many options. It's like, where do I start? Especially in Delco. There's like these places have been in business forever. It's awesome family business. It's great. It's refreshing to see.
Yeah, and dude, like a lot of these places too. Like I'm looking at Mike and Emma's, like Mike and Emma's, Leo's. Dude, a lot of these places don't even have like a social media presence. They don't even need one. I think I called Mike and Emma's and asked them if they were on Instagram. They're like, Instagram, who, huh? I'm like, you know what, honey, you're doing a great job. Continue to do what you do. I don't even think they've kind of like, stepped into the seated role or the Cooper Sharp cheese game. They're just keeping it real with like fresh bread, good meat, American cheese standard, kind of like how the old timers always liked it and appreciated it. So kudos to Mike and Emma's. Keep doing your thing. La Spada's another great joint. What else is out there? Liberty.
I got a good story about La Spada's, Mick.
You do?
I wasn't going to tell it, but I probably should. So they've expanded La Spada's. Okay. And when I was in college, we would hang out with my buddies down in Fort Lauderdale, and he would take us to La Spada's. They have a place down there, and they whip it up. And they're like, and he's like, listen, I got to take you here. It's a legit hoagie. I'm like, you serious? Fort Lauderdale? I'm like, all right, let's go. We're going on the boat, get some hoagies. So we go to the Spados. We walk in. They're throwing they have the rolls up and they're throwing like meat at each other. Boom, they're catching it. There's like Phillies jerseys on the wall. I'm like, all right, this is definitely some Phillies. This is good. We'll see how it is. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, this isn't Philly though. I mean, this is a Florida version. The guy kind of heard me and he said, listen, bud, you're a hoagie virgin until you come to La Spada's, and kind of pissed at me. And I said, dude, look at this body. I'm built off of Italian hoagies. It's my number one favorite food in the world. And he said, hey, bud, you're a hoagie virgin. You don't know what you're talking about. So I was like,
the family show here, folks.
Yeah. So I was like, listen, pal. So that's my little story, and I've been back many times.
So La Spada's is in Fort Lauderdale?
Yes.
And Aston, PA, they both own the same locations?
I believe there's multiple ones here, and of course, we're just farting around on the show here, having fun, guys. But La Spada's, yeah, pretty sure it's the same spot. It's the same spot. I'm pretty sure it's the same owners. I could be wrong, but whatever. The one in Delco is fantastic too. I believe I've been to that one back in the day, playing like basketball.
I'm talking out of his ass, everybody, but that's okay. Again, we're just having
no. There's a La Spada's down there. There's a La Spada's down there. Let's see La Spada's. Not bothering me.
Yeah, no. This is again, there's something about Delco, right? Again, bars, sandwich shops, sports. People just roll up their sleeves, drinking beers, getting after it, hooting, hollering, having fun. We'll wrap it up. Liberty Steaks and Hoagies is something I've heard great things about. Wolf Superior Sandwich is another joint I've heard great things about. Michael's in Woodland, another great. These are just like old classic style delis in these old Irish Catholic towns. People just love to get after it, support the locals, and some of these joints have been doing it for 25 plus years, and they just continue to do it right and continue to be consistent. So hats off to Delco and the sandwich. Probably one of the sandwich capitals of the world, honestly.
It's probably the sandwich capital of the world, right? Like, let's be real.
South Philly, dude. Come on.
Oh, sorry. Other than South Philly, other than the major city, right? Like you're talking something like outside of a city to have what they have, bring that type of heat. Delco brings it. And
a lot of those places too, like we're going to touch on cheesesteaks too here, but that's more of like the deli sandwich spots in Delco.
And there's crossover, right? Like,
oh yeah,
some of these sandwiches places that we already made, they make a great cheesesteak too. Mick, I moved Best Breakfast up to give you a breather here. and let me chop through that.
I'm gonna crack open a beer. It is opening day.
Yeah, get a beer, Mick. Have a Stella, bud. What are you going to go with?
I'm gonna go with a. You said Stella, so I'm gonna crack open a little Stella.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, guys, I think for me, like breakfast is one of my favorite meals of the day. I think there's something cool about rolling into a town early in the morning, whether you whatever. For me, you get a workout in, or you're on vacation or whatever, and you know a good breakfast spot. So I'm a big breakfast guy. These are some places that people send us: Coffee Station in Morton, Tank and Libby's in Drexel Hill, Poppy Cafe, Drexel Hill, The Corner in Media. Place looked tremendous. Concord Inn restaurant. That was really unique. And the Brick House. All these places have your normal breakfast, great brunches. I was taking notes on all these guys, to be honest, and they were all very similar, like elite breakfast, great brunch, cocktails, mimosas, summer BYO. So check these places out. Hit a Google before you go to these places because they have different vibes. You have like your old school ham and egg spot, and then you have your kind of new school, these big stacks of pancakes. So best breakfast, lots of places. I'm sure there's tons, but these were the 6 that people sent us and a little research on our end. So I'm looking forward to hitting one of these spots. Maybe I'll get up early from Annapolis, hit one of those spots for breakfast, get up, 2 gallons of coffee in me, and then drive to the shore, Mick, this summer because I got to swing through.
I've unfortunately skipped breakfast this month, cheesesteak month. I sucked wind for 16 hours, and then I threw out cheesesteak.
Is that what you do? You're just fasting.
I'm fasting and eating cheesesteaks.
I'm built off of Cooper cheese.
No, you know what though? I talked about this before, man. Like, I might have to start publishing a Samboner diet because as crazy as this may sound, I think I've had 9 cheesesteaks this month, and I'm still right on the same number.
Yeah, you kicked my ass. I was off the screaming hot start, like 4 in 4 days, and I just puttered out. It's also the time for me to start training harder and eating better. So kick my ass.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Best cheesesteaks, Mick. I mean, this is your category here. You are the Samboner king. There's 5 or 6 spots on here. I know you want to touch on these.
Yeah, no, and we just had Steve on, right? And I'm not sitting here going to tell you that Delco Steaks, in my opinion, is the best cheesesteak in Delco. Steve, he talked highly about Pagano's, which was really cool. I think that Delco Steaks has just really upped their game, right? With the right quality roll in Karanji Bakery. What an unbelievable acquisition there. It's right in their tagline, man. Nobody beats our meat. And, the game continues to change and everybody continues to elevate. And Delco's just doing it, right with the 2 locations. They just had that cheesesteak bowl. I think that guy won again. Dan the Killer Kennedy. I think he ran it back for the 3rd time.
Legend.
Legend.
Dude, what's he do the next day?
When they first came on board, dude, they like their first location was like 0.4 miles from the original Thunderbird. Like in the original Thunderbird, like back in the day when I would go to like Phillies games as a kid, my dad would just pull off to the right off like the Blue Route, the Broomall exit, Westchester Pike. You turn right and like literally original Thunderbird was right there. And they've always been doing it right. And they continue to do an unbelievable job. They have 2 locations, one in Broomall, one in Springfield. But man alive, if it's a rival anymore, I'm not sure that original can hold a candle to Delco, but they do a great job. And then another one, dude, is a sleeper. Like it's not a sleeper, but they're like not on Instagram. They don't really care about the whole social media presence. Leo Steak Shop, dude. Leo Steak Shop. Like if you get off, like I always go to Leo's if I'm traveling somewhere. I get off Philly Airport. I always just basically yield off and go to Leo's. It's like going to the chiropractor, man. They cure you from everything that you drank and did on a business trip. You just come back, eat a nice cheesesteak from Leo's. They're always jamming out to the dead. They got a great little picnic area. You can sambone and just huge fans of Leo's. Very passionate about what they do. A couple other places, man. Doc's Deli, Samboner Drew. He had a job out in Upper Darby for like 6 months. Him and Mike, I don't know what they were doing, but Drew might have samboned from Doc's like every day for 30 days straight. Chicken cheesesteaks, Hoagies, cheesesteaks. Like, dude, what another underrated place. You look it up, you barely even find it on the internet. No presence on social media, Facebook, but Doc's Deli is a classic spot. And I can tell you, and I can assure you, you would not be disappointed when you go there. Johnny Pisano's. I just read something. Johnny Pisano's, another classic joint, but they're closing, not permanently. They're permanently closing their current location. I was told by the commish that they're likely to open up another spot. Not sure what's going on there, but I believe it's been Samboned multiple times by some friends of ours in the Samboner Nation. Definitely a good spot. Sophie Steaks, sleeper, Morton, PA. Samboner. Nope. Sophie's has never been Samboned. As a matter of fact, I have never even been into Morton, PA, but I just looked online, was taking a look at some pictures. Dude, Colin, it looks legit, right? This could be a top 10 steak that nobody's ever Samboned, which is unheard of.
It's not good work out of Samboners. Hit the ground running. Don't slam your steering wheel and say, I've been to Samboner, I've been to Sophie's, 50 times. Why isn't it on your list higher? Hey, take a video, take a look, take a bite.
That's right.
Send us a video. That's on you.
That's right. That's right. So in closing with the cheesesteaks, again, it's so hard to just rank. I'm not going to rank these places, but the Fabio's Immediate is a good spot. The Dairy Cottage, don't sell out the Dairy Cottage. I just brought up the commish. Him and his daughter just that place. Their cheesesteak look phenomenal. The Dairy Cottage has been doing it right for a long, long time. That's like one of my brother's favorite places just to hit. I think they got I think they sell ice cream too. Like really good ice cream.
No. Ice cream.
Cheesesteaks and ice cream, baby.
Ice cream month.
Oh my God, that would be a disaster. Colonial Kitchen. If we missed a couple, grab us by the neck and set us straight, or just get out there and Sambone it and put it on the map. We're here for you.
I love it, man. That's a great rip, Mick. That's great, man. You want to jump into wild card? Or you want me to hit dinners and restaurants first?
Go for it, man.
All right, I'll hit them and then we'll come back to the wild card. This is again very vague because everyone's sending you cheesesteak places when you think of Delco, but where's the place where I can go sit down with my wife and go to? Not everything's going to be us just ripping up Sambones, talking to ourselves in our car. Best dinners, restaurants. Again, send them in if we're wrong here. But the Crossbar in Havertown, the pasta dishes looked amazing. The scallops, the steaks, the burgers, super cool vibe. Sophie's Barbecue in Upper Darby, ribs, pork shoulder, cheesesteak. That looked money. Wings, mac and cheese, like your traditional barbecue spot with the big plates, the butcher paper, all the barbecue sauces. Sophie's Barbecue, check them out. Fellini, awesome Italian restaurant. Tavola restaurant and bar. The French onion soup looked money. Cheesesteak egg rolls look great. There's another cool vibe spot, just right in the heart of it all. The House Restaurant. This place was cool. Again, unique name, House Restaurant. Love the vibe inside. Was checking it out all through the Instagram world. I heard good things about it too, but Mick and I like to double down and check out what it looks like. And then people say it tastes good, double down. House Restaurant. Big soup, salads, great sandwiches, great little dinner. Pescator, BYO, fun vibe, great apps, classic Italian entrees, but the apps, the calamad, the whole nine look just freaking awesome. There's so many places, and they all have a similar vibe. Like it's all about serving the people Delco. Like no crap, but like
that's the beautiful part, Colin. Real quick, not to cut you off, but like when we go out, like again, like this isn't the count, like these location features that we're going to be doing moving forward. We got Sea Isle lined up, we got South Philly lined up. Like this isn't just about Colin and I. This is about leaning on Samboner Nation. And the cool part about this is when we go to ask like people in Delco about like cool restaurant spots, it's like they jump out of their seat and they just want to talk about it till the cows come home. There's that much passion behind some of these places, and there's a story behind every single one. And it's just cool to just like, be able to just reel off a lot of these places because you just know deep down inside if they've been doing it this long, they're doing it right.
No doubt. It's like me bringing up certain towns and certain bars in those towns, and I get ripped by the Samboner for it. I'm like, hey, man, place is legit.
Yeah, we just like to bust your balls, man.
Damn right. It's easy.
Fair weather Philadelphia Eagles fan.
I'm not a fan. I'm a supporter. I'm a supporter. It's a little bit different. And then the Street Light Kitchen. What a cool place. Kind of hit them. Just going through some Foodstagrams and hitting some people up. Like that was fun for me. Like going through some different Delco foodies and different places like Delco magazine, all these different places and finding food and then hitting my boys up. or my aunt, like, hey, have you been here? And they're like, yes, I have. Our friend owns it, or this, that. Like Mick said, there's a lot of deep rooted stuff. Mickey, wild card, baby. Couple of them. Really cool spots.
Yeah. What do we got here? We got the Paul Revere in Lansdowne. I was told that they have a very unique stromboli called the roast pork stromboli, right?
Mm.
It's cool to hear stuff like that because, like, hot roast pork is a Philly staple through and through. A stromboli, and everybody loves a good stromboli. So the combination of both just reeks of Philadelphia. And apparently the Paul Revere Lansdowne spot is doing something really unique in the roast pork stromboli. And then not just for wings. So if you're looking for wings, only one place to go to is not just for wings. And I forget who told me about this place, but dude, that's another thing, right? Like, go back. Well, we didn't talk about the bars yet. God damn it. There's so many good spots, like, Delco, like cheesesteaks, hoagies, but then you get into the wing category. Like, are we highlighting wings today? Dude, I'm getting hungry, man. This is getting a little bit out of control.
What are you going to do for the ball game today?
Oh, man, I'm just going to hang loose. My son will get off the bus. We'll sit here and watch it from the couch. Just hang out. That's all I can ask for, dude.
I love it. So we hit best dinners, restaurants. We hit wild card. Best bars. That's kind of me and Mick are tag teaming this thing. It's kind of what I think I'm highlighted here. Yep. So listen, as you know, I do bar week on my show. I'm a bar guy. Hunt's Annex. Awesome staff. Go ahead, Mick.
Bar of the week on the Samboner show, Hunt's Annex. Okay, here's what I look for in a bar. Okay.
Hit me.
Cold beer, great TV setup, and just phenomenal food. And Hunt's Annex hits it on every single category. The owner's there, Vince, unbelievable. Like the hospitality they provided to me when I was in there with Corey, Samboner and their wings and everything else. I was blown away, man. It's just one of those places you could just melt and hang out all day, watch the Phils, eat wings, drink beers. Hunt's Annex. And I haven't been to every single bar in Delco, but this is one of my favorite spots.
I love it, dude. I love it. Santino's on McDade. Great for sports. Great sports bar. Really good cheesesteak, fries, pizza, Italian food. Killer spot in Santino's. Been checking them out. Great social media too. Like, just they got it rocking and rolling. Great little spot to hang out. Brick and Brew. Cool vibe inside. Really unique. Loving that spot. Great cocktails. And there's a rooftop lounge open this spring and summer. It's kind of a funky little like forestry vibe in there, kind of craft cocktail vibe, but love that. The 2SP Tap House in Chatsford, aka Two Stones Pub. It's a pub and brewery combined. World-class beers, food trucks, live events. Again, Delco providing everything you need and more. To support your
drink. Had their beer. That beer, that 2SP. I think that 2SP is down at the ballpark. I think it's in a lot of just local distributors all throughout, the tri-state. That's some good stuff, man. I'm a big craft beer guy. The 2SP has some really, really good beers.
Hanrahan's Irish Pub, great Irish pub. TVs, freaking killer. One of the best, sports watching spots.
People claim that, Colin. People claim that that's one of the best places to watch a game.
Yeah.
And I think I've been there. One of the things that one of my pet peeves, like across, like when you're at a bar, you don't bring this up in your bar of the week episodes, but like now that baseball's around the corner and people go watch the game to the bar, my biggest pet peeve is when they don't have the sound of the game on. Right. So like, that just drives me crazy. Like, people are there to watch the game and listen to the game. But when you are having the game on and the radio's playing on top of it, it's a no-no for me.
Yeah, I am mixed on that. I think it just depends on the caliber of the game for me. I think for me, if it's a baseball game, there's so many of them. So yes, I think there's a crowd. I don't disagree with you, but I'll be more in the middle with it. I do like when it's a Friday night and the Phillies are on at 7, like the game shouldn't be on. Like, it's Friday night, 7:00. Let's get the music popping. Let's get it moving, shaking, grooving. And then if it's a Tuesday night, no need for trivia night. Let's just pop the game on, put the TV.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I think you do probably agree with that too. Like, if it's Saturday night, because Sunday night, they'll pop the Phillies game on. There's something about it. So yeah, I do agree with that. Say I keep that out of the bar of the week for a couple of reasons. I digress. So
Does the hole in the wall, the hole in the wall bar go to the Sundance?
that's what I think. This is. I put this on here. This could be from. I think this is from Adam Klein, who played football at Temple. Sent me this. I believe it was Adam. Sundance best hole in the wall bar. And I believe, or maybe that was from him. I don't really know. But Sundance, great hole in the wall bar. Old State Tavern, voted media's best neighborhood bar, which I love neighborhood bars. There's something about them. They're last of a dying breed. Everybody called themselves a neighborhood bar. No. Neighborhood bars, if you can walk out of your house, walk 2 blocks, and it's at somewhere in the middle of a neighborhood. Make that crystal clear. I'm a neighborhood bar guy. Great bar, great food. Yeah, I mean, everybody is, right? Old State Tavern, great spot, highly touted wings. Again, the wild card situation, right? We're all over the place, but that's the Samboners. No freaking rules. Great atmosphere overall, world-class staff. Again, that's what I put in the
And
bar.
you just brought that up. Like a lot of these places, like we were at the Yard Pub. It's at the bottom of the list. We'll just touch on it now. But,
yeah,
we went there for St. Patrick's Day. They had the live music going on. My cousin's band, the Irish Mist, was playing. I just looked at my wife. I was just like, what I'd give to be able to just sit here all day and walk home.
Dude, that's it. That's why I like go crazy. All these different bars that I love and that I always talk about on the show. They're neighborhood pubs, man. There's nothing like them. Nothing like them. We talked about Sundance, Old State Tavern. Just talked about that. Saxers, what a spot. This is from great Temple great Adam Klein. Saxers, rotating craft beers, craft cocktails, delicious food, and large TVs, making for a great place to hang out, watch the game with friends, local bar, and O'Connell's is right next door to Saxers. So both great spots you can bop between, but I've heard a lot of really good things about Saxers. That's a place I want to hit up, hop in the Uber, pile in late night and then talk about the great night. The Ridley House, karaoke, Eddie Alvarez appearance. Pretty cool. They always have the best games on TVs, the dance party on Fridays. They got live music, high-end cocktails too. Awesome brunch. So the Ridley House.
I gotta check that place out. That sounds good.
Yeah, it does. It was again in the search. You're like, boom. I'm like saving them on my phone, like moving them into different categories. State Street Pub, sports bar. Great party, live atmosphere, great brunch. A lot of these pubs have awesome brunches. Ridley House and State Street Pub both have great brunches too.
And that's it, man. Like that's what Delco. That's why Delco is so special. They take pride in their food, they take pride in their bars, and they take pride in their sports. And there's just nothing better than just a hard-working blue collar likes to live their life almost like our parents lived it back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. No thrills, just do your work hard, play hard, go to your local watering hole, grab a few beers, grab some food to head home, be with your family, and call it a day. I love Delco. I really do.
Maybe a Stella or two.
Cheers to that.
That's right. Maybe Cape May Brewing Company. That's for another conversation later. Okay. Best pizza. Whew. This is a category too. The Samboners, like this is a whole nother pizza. Right? Can't beat it. Delco, this area, South Philly pizza. Ariano, wood fire pizza. That place is freaking cool inside. I love it. Really do. Really cool. Can't wait to go. That's one that was put on my personal list to take my wife to. High-end cocktails, like a great date spot. That's what the vibe there. The lights are a little darker, but they got the wood fire pizza going. Smells great in there, I bet. That's like what I got. I could smell the place when you look at the pictures. Santucci's Pizza, legendary pizza spot in Philly. 9 locations, PA and Jersey, but they're putting one in media April 5th. So it's coming up here, a couple of days. Santucci's legendary spot when some of the coaches would get it at Temple. Some of the players would get it at Temple. We'd get whatever leftovers we had. We'd buy 4 or 5 pies and bring it in. And that's the cheese on the bottom, sauce on the top spot.
Yeah, we get the one over. There's one over by our alum, Colin, Archbishop Wood and Warminster. There's one over there. There's one down one downtown. Santucci's is a legit spot, comparable to Santucci's, and we'll just skip right over the one. But Pika's restaurant, and I just had Pika's for the first time. Well, maybe I had it 5 or 6 years ago. People rave about Pika's, and I'm no pizza connoisseur, but we left the Yard Pub that day. We picked up a large pizzas. I got some shit for it though. Apparently, I was supposed to order that pizzas with pepperoni, and I didn't. But came home, just crushed 5 or 6 slices. Woke up the next day, probably had 2 slices for breakfast, and then honestly, I tailored that thing off the remainder of the day. It's just like some of that pizza. You don't even need to put it back in the oven. You can eat that cold, warm. It grew on me as I continued to eat the pizza, and it comes in like this rectangular box, crust, cheese, sauce. It's unique. It's flavorful. It's great. At first I'm like, it's okay, and then by like my 20th slice, it was a 9.5.
Love it. Brick and brew in media, brick oven specialty pies. That's what I got from this place. Craft beers, award-winning cocktails. Again, another cool, like these killer ambiances. These vibes are just through the roof in some of these places. Crust in Havertown, Detroit style pizza. Then this list here: Apollo Pizza, Tower Pizza, Cornerstone Pizza, Epitito's Pizza. Sorry if I said that wrong. Pin Pizza. I mean, just boom, juggernaut.
Shout out.
I mean, just juggernauts. Carla's Pizza, Buff Chick Pizza look money in there. Can't wait to go there. Forna Pizza, Pizza Steaks, Hoagies look great there too. Again, he's one of these like deli vibes. Like just man.
Yeah, like I don't know if we'll ever do a pizza month, but I would like to see like list, right? We do the top 10s. I'd love to see like a top 10 list for pizza in every county, especially Delco, because honestly, like pizza to me, there's 20 pizzas that are a 7.5 all in this area. I think Delco probably has a lot of 8s, maybe a 9 here and there. And then down in South Philly, there's like 3 or 4 spots that I think are in the 9s that do it real well. But pizza's tough, man. Like if we were out there scoring pizza, I'd probably be more similar to what Dave does, what Portnoy does, because there's a million spots and every single pizza is different. But when it comes to cheesesteaks, Colin, like I gotta tell you, like it really is not hard to make a cheesesteak if you put the right TLC into it. But like when you're using Sarco and roll, you're using Cooper Sharp cheese, you're using the grade 4 meat or whatever the fuck people keep talking about. You put that all together with a little love, you got a perfect cheesesteak. And guess what? There's more than 10 people out there that can do it. And that's why you see us scoring a lot of these cheesesteak places in the 9s. But on the pizza stamp I struggle to find a pizza that is in the 9s here in the tri-state area. I really do.
Angelo's. Maybe some of these pizzas that were here.
Angelo's. Pizza Shack of Maxon, Pizza Padilla.
I want to hit some of these places we just said, man. I mean, like, again, but what's the difference? Like, is it a pizza, like a brick oven pizza place? Like, that's a pizza, but that's like date night with your wife. Like, those pizzas are great. They're like artisan made, right? They're like handcrafted. They're like personal pies. But to me, like a pizza is like, that's the thing with grading it. It's like the pizza down the shore with the family and you're feeding 50. Like, that's what I think of when you get pizza. Like pizza for the Eagles games, pizza for like growing up watching Phillies. Like, or like, are you a bar pie? Are you a square pie? Are you a deep dish? There's a lot.
Yeah, I'm quite frankly, I'm everything.
Me too. Oh, hell yeah.
I eat it all, man. Like I'm not.
Dude, when I was in Chicago with the Bears, I was crushing.
Yeah, dude.
Everyone's like, oh, deep dish, not crispy. I'm like, well, I like it for what it is. It's great. So better than Pizzeria Uno. Shout out. Fun things to do. We just kind of had this category and we took some categories from Key West. We got rid of some of those, but there were some cool things in here. The Stinger Waterfront, Ridley Park, waterfront views, live music. That seemed like a fun thing to do. We put 2SP on here. We talked about them already. Iron Hill Brewery. All these great breweries are always fun now. There's just so much. People are just adding on, right? It's like massive TVs, massive beer gardens, some cool stuff. Board and Brush in Glen Mills. I kind of found the spot. It's a BYOB. It's a B&B studio. It's a place creating fun, unique wood decor projects from scratch while enjoying a fun and structure-led atmosphere. So funky spot, kind of looked it up, and people have been there before and said it's a fun thing to do. And you could bring your own booze and have some fun and kind of do some hands. It's like paint a pottery back in the day. I used to do that with the family. That was kind of cool. Charlie's Hamburgers in Folsom, a landmark. Shout out to Lance, gave that one away. Milkshakes and burgers, and just like he said, you got to go there. And then Ship Bottom Barrel House, awesome glassware mugs and great beer a cool little brewery I found. So I was kind of farting around with the fun things to do.
Yeah.
Little brewery, little arts and crafts, little establishment burger place. So it's good stuff.
Did you ever look on the Urban Dictionary and define Delco?
I know you did. What do we got for us, man?
Oh, it's just funny, man. Like it talked about just, it isn't just a place to live, it's a way of life. Delco is not something you can obtain with a short visit while you're passing through. It goes on and on about just how they like we're from Bucks County, there's Delaware, there's Chester County, there's Montgomery County. Like you couldn't find this in any other county, but I kept reading through it, and this one quote just kind of sums it all up. Delco is, right? And a quote, Joe, I grew up with him. He's a good guy. He's from Delco. Went to Dots, then O'Hara's. He bartends at Maggie's. It's as simple as that.
He goes to North Wildwood every year.
O'Hara, and you're a bar. Like it's different, man. It's different.
He's on 10th Street in Wildwood.
Well, that's it, right? You can find the Delco all the Delco families are down the shore between Memorial Day, Labor Day. Delco packs 20 people in a 3-bedroom house each weekend during these months. Delco usually buys the first round. Like there is honestly, like it goes on and on and on. Like somebody out there took the time to define Delco. It's a special, special breed of people. I am fortunate to have people out there think that I am from Delco. And I am honored. I am honored for you to think that I'm from Delco because I appreciate everything that you guys do.
I'm sorry. I think the best part is you took the time to print that thing out. That's how much you love Delco.
Yeah. I might frame it.
Samboner Hall of Fame, Delco.
Oh, my God.
Man, oh man alive, Mick. 45 minutes, folks, of just fun in the sun, talking about Delco. Yes, we misplaced. Yes, we weren't perfect. But please send us in your places because at the end of the day, folks, can't beat it. Can't beat that place. You can just drive around, boom, look it up. But, maybe this is a little bit better than going to Yelp. You can listen to more of a personalized approach to different places. So, again, thanks everyone who sent them in. Samboners, really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a lot of fun.
It really was, man. So that's another edition of the Samboner Show. Our coming soon, right? This whole summer, we're going to be ripping out Sea Isle, Mixona, Williamsport, which is going to be fun. So that's kind of unique for parents to look and listen to. No,
Cooperstown.
Cooperstown. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Oh, close enough. But yeah, man, all good. We got opening day today. Hopefully the Phillies can keep it together. I feel bad for Rhys Hoskins, man. That
sucks, man. That sucks. Yeah, opening day today. The sun is shining. The Final Four on Saturday. Championship game Monday. Colin, you got some big things ahead of you, heading out somewhere soon?
Yeah, heading out L.A. It's a NFL media broadcast event. They invite 15 to 20 current and former players. You get out there in front of, execs and all these different people, and they teach you. You get to learn all these different things. You get opportunities to call games and do broadcasting and
awesome.
So it's going to be fun, man. I'm excited for it. And then do a little Easter on the shore. So I'll be ripping Sambones then. That'll be great. It's kind of that time of year, man. It's always as a family for us. We always went down to Cape May for Easter, so I'm excited for that. And yeah, man, just training and getting ready to rock and roll for the season coming forward.
Awesome, man. Well, listen, everybody, we appreciate you tuning in to the Samboner Show. Give us your feedback. Send me a note. Tell me I'm full of shit. I don't care what you say, but we're trying our best here. We're paying highlights to all these different locations once a month. If you have any suggestions, again, send them in. We appreciate all your love, all your support. And as I say, always keep on Samboning, everybody. It's a ton of fun, and we can't thank you enough.
Samboner out.
Samboner out. Well, and before we adjourn, just want to send a special thanks out to just real close friends of the show, Delco Steaks, Berardi Brothers, Joey's Pizza. Can't thank you enough for all the support here, getting this show under the way. Colin, I know the original Fudge Kitchen, shipping treats across the country.
Original Fudge Kitchen. I was there the other day, man. Holy creamy. It was great. We did a little Not For Long Media Sambone. It was fun. Sponsor of ours here at Not For Long Media, all our shows. The original Fudge Kitchen, shipping fudge and sweet treats across the country.
Did I miss anybody?
Perfect time for Easter. No, man, that's all our friends. We appreciate all everyone's support. And I hope everyone has a great day.